We're going to take a look at this tank, the T-54 Mod.1, and we're going to compare it to this tank, the Type 59, because it was a request. I brought a video yesterday and asked people, what tanks would you like me to review? And there were a few people stating, well, could you please compare the T-54 Mod.1 to the Type 59? So let's do that. We're going to hop into tank compare. We're going to show them on Armour Inspector, and then two games, and then I'll tell you what I think of the two tanks. And we're going to use tank compare first on blitzstars.com, the website, comparing the Type 59 to the T-54 prototype, and then also hopping the super Pershing, the T-34-3 and the projectile into the mix, because these are the 5 most played Tier 8 premium medium tanks. And all of these tanks have something that sets them apart. The 54 prototype gets a bit of a better DPM over the Type 59. They have 280 alpha, which is a bit more than a super Pershing and then the projectile, but it's less than a T-34-3. And as you can see, they all have something. When it comes to aiming time, nothing can beat the T-34-3. The projectile obviously has an autoload that's quite good and quite quick aim time as well. And the Type 59 is lacking in that regard, and same goes for the dispersion, but it makes up for a bit in terms of the gun depression, which is 7 degrees, and 7 degrees is not bad at all. And then it also has better mobility compared to the T-54 Mod.1, because that has really bad speed. The engine power is the same, but the weight of the tank is just better on the 59, allowing it to pick up a little bit better, have a better effective horsepower per ton. Terrain resistance is better. The 54 Mod.1 is just more sluggish. But these tanks are low slung, so they have a better camo value as well compared to the super Pershing, for example. And the 59 and the 54 get quite good turret armor as well, and frontal hull armor. The turret armor on the 59 is a bit better, 200 when it comes to just the raw numbers compared to 180, but then again that's only 20 mils. But the hull armor, that's something to behold as well, because the super Pershing has great turret armor, albeit a bit wonky, but that frontal armor on the hull, it's all space, 178, really good, and the projectile isn't really that much armored, but that tank is a lot more flexible when it comes to speed, movement and mobility. But let's focus on the 59 and the Mod.1 first and foremost, because I'm comparing these two tanks. And if you put them in a dogfight against each other, it would look like this. So the back, this is the right, and again the front of the Type 59. You can see a Mod.1 has no chance against the Type 59 with AP. And vice versa, neither, except maybe for that cupola. But yeah, that's the weak spot. But the Type 59 obviously has the better turret compared to the 54 Mod.1. But the front plate of the Type 59, that's pretty much penetrable by a T-54 Mod.1. So in that regard, it's a bit of a 1 versus 1. Both of these tanks take a little bit in terms of the point. If they're going to use the gun depression, which is limited on the 54 as you can see, then you shield your cupola, you make that front plate even stronger, and if you're going to do that on the Type 59, use maximum gun depression, then it is a whole different kettle of fish. Then the Type 59 becomes that invincible bunker that it can be. But of course you will never sit in a 1 versus 1 like this. You will always sitting in terrain, and you will want to do bits like this. Aim the gun over the drive wheel, and then a Type 59 is, in my opinion, much more flexible than a T-54. Because you get 2 degrees of gun depression more. But against same tier tanks, in a good hold down position, shielding your lower plate, these two are true monsters. And then that lesser mobility, that lesser DPM, and the penetration values, they do kind of make up for that added armor. You can side script with these tanks as well, as you can see. Use calibrated shells, that will open up, but then again keep the gun in between the 2 front wheels. It will be no problem whatsoever to side scrape same tier targets, or lower tier, even better. Imagine driving a stock M41 Bulldog. That's not going to work. And just for completeness sake, this is the T-54 Mod.1 all around. Let's hop into some gameplay and show you what these raw numbers look like if they are in the game. And the first game we're going to watch is Gaming Titan 420 from the HVO clan, who has one of these digital camouflages on the tank. These look really good, those blocky camouflages on these Chinese and Russian tanks with those rounded turrets. And this one actually fits the Chinese tanks very well, because this is an actual camouflage scheme used for Chinese tanks. And as said in the statistics, the 59 has 30 degrees of gun depression, and 7 degrees of gun depression allows you to ride very comfortably in hill terrain like this, unlike a Badger 25T AP, which has bad gun depression, as you can see. And you can also see that Gaming Titan he switched to HE to try and figure out, can I penetrate this Badger with an HE shell, doing a little bit more in terms of damage. And the answer was, yes, we can. You can put a shot into the side of the Panther II as well, and then just sit here, wait a little bit, keep the gun train towards the left, and tail, takes a shot through the side, is tracked, repairs, hits, tracks, because they have strength in numbers here. The Badger was nowhere to be seen, thank you very much. There we go, 274 through the side, no problem whatsoever, no questions asked. And that means that the Badger is gonna die. We're gonna kill the Panther first. There we go, thank you very much. And then just put a bit of pressure onto Cap C, shoot the Badger up the ass, and as you can see, HE shells will do just fine. I like it like that, baby. You wouldn't have been able to get that shot off if you had been driving a Mod.1, because that has a little bit less gun depression, and you would have needed to shoot him through the turret, but would have penetrated as well. But it's good to know that these HE shells with a 100mm gun, they work quite well. And you won't be able to penetrate all the targets you will be facing, because it's 50 base penetration. But a lot of the light tanks you can penetrate no problem whatsoever. T-54 would do, for example. I've tried it on the K91, who has just shot Gaming Titan 420. You can't penetrate a K91 up the ass with HE. But I used to play this tank with, I think, 2 or 3 HE shells only, just about that. But that was before there were a lot more in terms of light tanks in the game. Now there are a fair few light tanks, and this is the loadout that Gaming Titan is using here, which is 8 HE, and the rest is 50-50 in terms of AP and APCR. That would be my advice too. I would pack, I think I pack 6 HE now at the moment, and then I have about 14, 15 AP, and the rest is APCR. You do need a bit of APCR. You can't go running around with a lot more in terms of AP like you could do, for example, in a Lurby, because that has good penetration on AP. You need to have a healthy stock of APCR and then some HE to finish off. And well, he decided to push, which is annoying. And then you can shoot through the lower plate glacier. Oh, that's the lowest roll, even for an APCR shell. Go away, mate! You're low on hit points. Yes, he manages to get away. But he's in a bit of a sticky situation as well, as you can see, because the team is flanking. They are taking a full flank, the Type 61 in the Indian. Why not go straight into the ruins area, guys? Why do you have to go all through that spot? Because the rest have got 2 bases now, and if you don't move quickly, yes, AP, yeah, bouncers, that's annoying. You have to kill tanks now, guys. It's 840, 850. You might lose this if you're not quick. Yes, Badger is very idiots, camping, bullshits. You will lose the game. So sad. So sad, yeah, but so was the K91 camping. And that means that they still won the game now, even though they had 2 bases lost to the Reds. And as you can see here, this is why you drive a Type 59 as well, to make bank, to make credits, because the basic ammunition is dirt cheap. It really is. And as long as you stay easy on your consumables and provisions, you can really make a lot of credits. This is with the standard account, 46k for less than 3k damage. That's not bad at all. And if you're running the premium account and then maybe some boosters, for example, then you can really print the credits. Let's have a look at the 54 Mod.1 then. Panzerjäger Dani from X-Tank clan. He's driving the 54 Mod.1 with the legendary camouflage, which renames the tank into T-54 Mod.1 Origin. And he finds himself on Desert Sands. and I've decided to include this little clip. I have a hilarious other clip in the T-54 Mod.1. Decided not to use it for the video because the video would be too lengthy, but let me let me know in the comments if you want to have that game as well. That's another Mod.1, by the way, sticking his front out. That's an Indian, you can penetrate that one easily. But AP on AP, Mod.1 versus Mod.1, that will look like this. No, that's the Indian still. That is going to look like this. See? You have to wait. The sides are paper, you will punch through with AP. And I've decided to include this replay because Dani is going to show us how to play the low DPM of the 54 Mod.1 and just wait it out. Look at how he's positioned. It's only petty maybe. It may seem very small what he's doing here, but he's in this little crevice here between the dirt and between all the rocks, and then he puts a shot into the side of the T-54 Mod.1, going forward, then going backwards because the Mod.1 killed the FCM-50T, and he knows he has the time to roll back, put a shot in, and you can see that 54 Mod.1, he was thinking, I'm gonna shoot him, and then he didn't shoot him. And the 50T is asking the team, help the Mod.1, doesn't need to, he bounces a return shot from the red Mod.1, but he's in this little crevice. He's protecting his side, he's protecting his lower hull, and he knows that this guy, the Mod.1, can't really penetrate him, at least not frontally, or he might be exposing his drive wheel, then he would be able to penetrate him, and then he's going to use a APCR shell to finish off. That's the first APCR shell he's used. He's bounced only one shot, but it shows the armor profile of the Mod.1. And your DPM and your lower mobility, that's all irrelevant as long as you can do stuff like this. You ran into that issue 101 because you have the armor, you have the weight of the tank, and a T-49 is not going to do a lot to you frontally, not maybe with heat, but yeah, he would be able to fire one shot, and you can use your HE to really put a hurting on these light tanks. There we go, and once you've picked up some speed, then you're not that's slow either. You can really chase a T-49 who's running away. He's very scared, screaming for his mom. Oh, they're doing very nasty things to me. They're shooting me with HE. Yeah, and then he blasts HE back. Just splash damage. There we go. Another HE shell. Lock him in place. Ram into him. Switch to AP for the kill shot. And yeah, he's running adrenaline, but it's not going to help this T-49. Bye bye, baby. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a real clear winner? Let's just discuss that for now. Is there a real clear winner? Should you buy the Mod.1 over the Type 59? I think the Mod.1 is more of the heavy type of these two tanks. If you can stand the lowish mobility and a low pickup, but you want to have a tank that's forgiving because it has a lot of armor, then you should get the Mod.1. If you want to have a tank that's really good at hull down, that has a lowish rate of fire and that prints credits, then get the Type 59. Either way, you can't really go wrong with any of them, but expect to have some slower paced gameplay compared to, say, a Progetto Mod 46 or a T-34-3 even, or an AMX CDC, etc. Both of them are good tanks. You can't really go wrong with either of them. So yeah, I'll leave it up to you to get one of them should they appear in the store. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video. Cheers and happy tanking.